What is up? Hold on. Where is this? We need this. We cannot start without some energy. All right. What up, people? You already know Joe Fucarino is in the house, in the studio. We are rocking. I was telling Javi before we started recording, we might make a pivot into the other room.
What other room we talking?
Over there.
You're not doing this room no more?
Maybe eventually we pivot. And it once I redo that, not the way it is now.
Okay.
But it's like starting to get tight in here.
I hear that,
especially after last week. You saw that was like,
oh yeah,
if we have like a few people on, 2 people is good here.
Right.
But I think we need a set for like 4 or 5 people.
Right.
If that, like when that happens, like you don't want to say no to that. But you guys already know Joe's in the house. We got Mr. Zain in the building.
How's it going, everybody?
Looking fresh with the fresh cut.
Yep, I had to get it. Had to get it as low as possible, so because my hair grows really fast, and I said, let me save money in my pockets by practically almost getting a baldy.
Word. Okay.
Yep.
Also, I don't know if I told you, but water for you. You know.
Oh, swat.
There you go. And then we got Javi on the camera over there. What up, sir? What's going on, man? Word, another fucking day. Let's go. I'm not gonna lie, I almost didn't want to record today, but I was like, nah, fuck it, we have to do it. This is the mission. You know, energy was a little off earlier today, but I'm like, nah, you know what, we got to do it. And I appreciate y'all for
so
coming
much
through.
to talk about. So much to talk
so
about.
Much to talk about.
Yeah, but I mean, if we were to talk about topics that we used to talk about, like in our rawest form in the beginning. There's certain things like it could have just been current events. Like there's like a 5-minute segment or just 5 minutes current events. Just let out the clip, and then once the timer's done, that's it. You're done. Like you're done talking. You can't talk about it no more. You can just let it out for 5 minutes.
Maybe we'll bring that back eventually. Like just current events with there. It just doesn't. It's not on brand.
Yeah, could just let it out the clip because it's like something that might not affect me, but then there's something that's talked about. Like when we talked about the whole Will Smith slap situation. That was like a 5-minute segment. And then just let it out of your system, and then just go back to like the actual topic that we have.
Do you not yet still think it's all a marketing plan?
No, it's definitely not. It wasn't. It was so real. It was even way deeper than we thought it was.
Nah, I think that shit was all still marketing.
Nah, it's definitely not.
Homie was sitting next to her at the book signing, like
who?
Will Smith.
He has to. That's his wife. He's being supportive.
Apparently not to her.
Well,
see,
since 2016, she said
exactly.
They're separated. You know what's weird? I don't even give it a damn about their relationship. I just want it to be as private as possible. But it's just the more I want it private, the more public they become with it. It's just I just feel like they just want us to like them, but not Will. More so Jada. Will is doing his own thing. But he can't, just think about it. He can't not support his wife, not in today's time. They already throw him under the bus already, and he's protecting her. Damn if he did, damn if he don't.
I want to know what his percentage is of that book.
Oh, you could run me under the bus as long as I get a percentage of it. Man, you have so much high hopes. So much high hopes for them, let me tell you. The amount of hope you have.
Well, I'm not saying that they're like good, like they're even like each other, but I do think this shit is all of it.
You know, I'll be even funnier.
Is one big movie.
If at the end of the movie they were like, "Gotcha, bitch," like that's, then I think everybody would be like, "No way."
They literally, so like, you know, he's been a movie star all his life. He was back in the day. He was in quote unquote reality sitcoms, and now he's making his own reality show.
Right. But who's making a reality show?
Well, this is his reality show.
Oh, Tubi needs to make a Will Smith and Jada make it like reenactment or just a movie, like because they have so many movies on other celebrities, but they don't have a movie. Like I want to see who's gonna play Will and who's gonna play Jada. Like this now,
Will,
I would love to see as a movie.
Will definitely play Will.
Will play Will no matter what. Will could be 80 years old and he'll play his 20-year-old self.
Jada, I doubt she's gonna do any of that. However,
she's not gonna be in it.
And I guarantee she will critic whoever plays her.
I just oh my God. Like I was been saying this, and this would only piggyback on what you were saying. If this was a publicity stunt, there wasn't anything show worthy or movie worthy until now. Like if they just say, hey, Will Smith is and Jada's having a movie on them, like a biopic and whatnot, I promise you, people would watch it for entertainment because you've never seen anybody other than Will play Will. Even Will played Will. And Jim
himself in the movie.
He said, "I've never let anyone play me."
He's done this before.
So then you have Jada. It's like, who's gonna play Jada? Like who? I could think of some celebrities. Maybe Zendaya.
No, we don't even want to. No,
Zendaya.
We're all watching the movie. Yeah, she will.
No, I think she's the perfect candidate. I motion it if they were ever gonna do anything.
We'll see, man. We'll see. I hopefully by the end of the year they'll just let us know this was all a big movie.
They're never gonna let us know.
Maybe by Christmas time.
I'm still worried about Jamie Foxx.
What's up with Jamie Foxx?
He was in the hospital, remember? But the thing was, they didn't know his condition. So it was like he was in the hospital, but they didn't know what was going on with him. Yeah. And then eventually, like he made a video saying that he's okay, but people don't even believe the video. He's like, that don't even look like Jamie.
Yeah, I don't believe nothing no more. Nothing on the internet,
bro. It's been, and they were saying because Jamie Foxx was talking about what was going on behind the scenes, especially like Diddy related. That was almost like within like a week or two. That he went some. All right, let me tell you something. There's certain things in the world like poison that if you touch it, you can get sick. So he would. I don't know if it's on set or whatever, but he wasn't feeling well, and then he was screaming that they were trying to kill me. And then he went to the hospital.
He does seem like that really dramatic. What sign is he? A Leo?
I think he's a Leo.
He sounds like I can feel it.
I think.
Can you look it up?
He knows a lot of stuff.
He feels like he's probably so annoying.
He was telling some stuff that will blow your mind. Like he said that even as a comedian, he was bringing a camera around, just documenting shit, documenting stuff. Oh my God, my man got stuff. Who knows whether he has?
Nah, he actually is Sag.
He's Sag. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense for him. But like he was literally in the hospital, and we haven't seen him really ever since the whole, like, he had like a stroke and like it was like he hasn't been the same and whatnot. So we don't know what's going on. But he has a lot of movies dropping.
Oh, he was in this movie. They cloned Tyrone.
Yeah. These are, he was promoting that before anything.
I heard that shit was trash.
No, it wasn't trash. That shit was so ridiculous. I was surprised they even let people watch the movie. Yeah. That's how wild it was. Huh. Like it said some shit like the music that we listen to is actually controlling. I said, like, really?
Yeah, he was saying like I could control how you think about the frequency of my music, and like the lyrics are just a cherry on top. I mean, that's why like, people like all the rappers now, like Doja Cat, you feel me?
They figured it out.
They're all just Satanists. Like they be on some shit like not even because it's Halloween. You know what I mean? Like they just post like mad satanic shit. All they rap around is the devil in me. All this shit.
Right.
But that sells though. It sells though.
It's
sad.
Like, people idolize them.
They do.
When you idolize somebody, like
you can sell anything.
They sell anything to. You can sell water to a fish.
That's exactly what it is. So that's why it's when you have like people like Jamie and like other big celebrities, that's the hottest thing that us like if you go to work every day, that's the coolest person that's doing what they love. Anybody that's doing what they love and making a lot of money on it, you idolize them. Like, damn, I wish I was doing that.
Plus, a lot about it is like the beat. Like a lot of these rappers are fucking trash.
Absolutely.
But the beat is what you want to listen to.
Of course.
And it controls you.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
you kind of just listen to the lyrics, but you're really there for the beat, but that's how it gets
And then that's when you just slip in whatever message that you want to.
It lowers your vibration, and you feel me?
You know what song blew my mind? Pumped Up Kicks. You ever heard that?
No.
Like, you all the little kids with the pump back. Like, I actually,
Hold on,
someone said
Sing
they.
that again. Sing that again.
I don't know. You know, I'll tell you what it's no, but someone they pointed out. They sat me down. They were like, "Yo, listen to the lyrics," and I was just like, I always listened to it for the music, but I never listened to the lyrics. And as I was listening to the lyrics and reading the lyrics at the same time, I said, "Oh my God, this is way darker than I thought it was gonna be."
Yeah.
It was like a school shooting. That was the whole song.
Yeah.
Like even if you just put the lyrics on it, you just
Why
read the
they're
lyrics.
probably trying to. So actually, that reminds me, right? So I sat. Well, hold on. Before I get to that, are you gonna tip your self checkout machine?
Self checkout machine.
Did you see it?
Oh no, it didn't show up on mine.
They're now asking for tips.
The AI.
No, like the self checkout machines.
Why am I giving them a tip?
ShopRite.
If I can't give regular people a tip, why am I giving AI a tip?
Well, so you don't tip regular people?
No, I could tip regular people. I tip regular people, but it's like if I tip them, why am I gonna tip an AI? Like I just feel like, what did they do?
Maybe it was nice to you.
Not, they're neutral. At a default, they're nice.
Well, no. What if they start?
There's no contrast. It's not like they were a dick one day and then they were cool the next.
Nah, it's 2023, bro. They're about to start having personalities. Like, you know how
once they become sentient, that's when things get different.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie.
Right.
Some of them be a little.
Or will.
Some of them, they be a little aggressive, yo.
The AI?
No. The self checkout. Sometimes they be a little aggressive. They're like, yo, put the thing back in the bagging area.
Oh.
And then some of them are nice. Some of them, they'll let you know once or twice. They give you a couple seconds to do it. Sometimes they on your dick.
I see what you're saying.
See
So
what
you
I'm
think I
saying?
should tip them?
If they're easy going with you.
Wow. Now we're talking about how nice a semi-sentient being may be. And then if I don't tip them, I'm gonna be an asshole.
Yeah. Or what about? So have you seen the robots in the grocery stores?
The ones that chase you around. Yeah.
So what if you ask them yo fam, where's the lobster? And then it takes you to the lobster.
And I gotta tip it.
That's like a valet. You're not gonna tip your valet?
All right, here, check this out. Check this out. I got you right now.
I had my coffee today.
If Walmart employees were to actually help you find something, they would have a lot more money. I would be in and out of Walmart, no problem. You know what they should have had? They should have had. You should be able to use your card and check out with people. They have something, they hold it, and they if you ask somebody to help, you get their help, and then they could check you out.
Yo, look, I'm not gonna lie.
I think it would have been easier.
I am sorry, but yo, I've been just around lately, and this is me. Thank the Lord. I'm sending a prayer. I haven't had to work a little 9 to 5 in a little bit. Well, technically, I help out now in Napoli ton of time too. So, but it's not often. I be seeing some of the shit, yo, these people got to deal with, bro, and I don't even know how I ever did that. Number one,
you did it without even thinking.
Yeah, and I'm like, I would never, ever do that shit again.
Bro, it is very different when you
literally I'm just looking when I'm buying food now, and I'm looking at the drive-thru, and I'm like,
they be bugging out, and you're like, yo, I will beat you.
Nah, just I feel for them. I feel for them because of how stressful sometimes the job is. And
client. And
then I'm like, yo, you doing that for 8 hours of your day, and I did that shit. There was many years I did that shit, and I just look back now. I'm like, yo, I'm never I will never,
bro. I used to go to work. I ain't like nobody. Not that I personally didn't like them. It's just nobody was just fucking with me. So you know how everything's all clicky in any type of job. So it's just imagine doing those 8 hours and then going to work, saying nothing, nobody, no congratulations, nothing, and then going home.
But for some people though, that is their
no problem.
But for some people that's their therapy. I'm not gonna lie. For me, I was working in the restaurant industry, and I noticed that I really enjoyed it because I was so busy that I couldn't think about my issues.
Right.
Like, yo, I was so busy. Like, when you work in these restaurants, bro, I was so busy running around that you don't think about nothing. Like, you don't think about what you had problems with from probably 5 minutes going into work until when you get out. So a lot of people like those because they kind of just go into like a new stress. Like they leave one stressor behind and then they go into like a new stress. And then when they get out, they can remember everything that's going on with them. When you work other jobs and you have time to think, like when it's slow or like retail or shit like that, you have time to think. Yo, it ain't nothing like a job that just keeps you busy and you just like running around like a fucking nut. Like, Jesus.
You got to find a job that actually works for you in a way where it doesn't make you lose your mind. You know what I'm saying? Like if you like working with your hands, then obviously then it's all good because maybe you want a job that I could work and also I could stay fit at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Lifting stuff and dropping stuff off, and then you're like, all right, that's good for me. Get your workout in.
I always said like if I do go back, I go work for the post office.
Oh, you be working.
I get a fucking workout in, get my steps in. That's honestly, I've been saying that shit for like I'm like, yo, if I were to go back, I would like get a job like that. Like you said, like just get something that's like a workout or something, or like.
Oh, they'll definitely get work. Oh
yeah.
And it's just the
they
roots.
do like 25,000 steps in a day.
Easy,
yeah, easy.
Easy.
But so obviously, I know you probably have a few things that you want to talk about. I was like, for some reason, I was thinking earlier. I've probably been thinking about these last few days. Is like. Bro, balance is so important. Like, people, I think we all do a lot of different things. You know, like, not everyone has a business, but if you have a business or if you have a job, you start adding in kids. Like, the average person has like a few things going on, right? Whatever it is, whether they're a fucking grandparent, they're an actual parent, they're not a parent, they have a dog, like, whatever it is. Yo, balance is so important because you can get really lost in like one thing. And I think being able to, like they call it, so I watched the Secret to Success podcast, and this guy, Jamal King, the 9 to 5 millionaire, we have his book back there. He's like, yo, the 5 pillars that he always tries to work on. He's like, yo, his faith, his fitness, his finances, his family. And I think there's one other one, right? Like, yo, trying to work each one of them and have them at equal proportions and balanced, yo, that's when you start like hitting some fucking goals, yo.
Right.
And it's like, how often do people do that? And yo, like, how do you maintain your sanity while doing that? And it's like, do people even think there's like an importance of doing that? Like, some people just focus on one. Some people just focus on...
There's different types of personalities. There's the A type, and then I don't even know what the alternative type is, but it's the opposite of the A type. But the A type is like very like structured, and like, so there are a lot of the motivational speakers and all the people who are like doing shit, they have a very A type mentality, and they're trying to change other people's mentality, people who aren't really, but there's supposed to be a balance. So everybody can't be a leader. You know what I'm saying? But you have to learn how to lead in your own perspective, like your own life. And then when you're in, what's the word? When you're working for somebody, then you need to learn how to be subordinate. And then when you're not in that state and you're in your own life, you need to have some sense of leadership. Especially controlling your own life. So time management, a lot of people fall back on money management. So there's a lot of things like...
Hold right there. Question for you, because you probably know this. What is, like I say in business, right? There's, I guess, phases of leaders, right? Who's the person that, I guess, makes all the decisions, but I guess is the main leader without being maybe the owner of the business? What is that? What is that title?
The person that doesn't own the business, but they're a leader.
Yeah.
They could be is it CFO?
Like if I were to tell you, yo, Zain, you're great at leading a team.
Right.
I need you to lead Third Jersey Media. I'm gonna spitball you all my ideas on the side.
Right.
You know, I'm a fucking nut.
Right.
I'm gonna just spitball everything to you.
Technically, you would be president. So the CEO, you could be CEO and president. But people they want the whole thing. But the CEO is like the head dude, and then president is like the person that you appoint for the company. Like what's his name? Like Instagram, right? He doesn't own it.
Yeah.
So he's the president.
I know who you're talking about. Mark owns it.
Yeah, Mark owns it. So he's the CEO. But like obviously the one that's really Adam is the one that's controlling everything. So he has more of the say. But he doesn't have any buying power. He can't like, oh, I'm gonna just sell this. Or he can't do that. He's just the president of it.
I didn't mean to throw you off.
No, yeah.
Back to what you were.
But it's like you have to be a president in your own life. You have to, and if you have a family, then someone is gonna take lead because you can't have two presidents. You need to have just one in that little. And then if you want to take turns, then so be it. But there needs to be a central voice so nobody gets confused. Because if you have too many peas in the pot, then it's going to get confusing to follow in a singular direction. So when it comes to like someone like, all right, I'm the biggest influencer in leadership. I'm telling you need to have your mind like this. And then people who live that lifestyle, they're like, yeah, I like that. I'm going to start doing that. Then you have other people that fight it. Because there's no one that's a leadership in that opposite of the personality type, which is a little more on the flexible side. That you'll notice one that's like everything's concrete, and then you have someone that's laid back and like maybe like a Matthew McConaughey, motivational speaker, or someone just chill, but they still have leadership in their life, but they're not as like really drilling it on your head. They're like, hey, you'll get there eventually, but just go forward. Versus you need to go there now and sprint.
That makes sense.
Some people struggle to figure out what voice to listen to from like the leaders in social media of who should I listen to? Because I like they're lenient, but they're a little hard, but they make more money. So do I have to change my whole persona, whole personality? And I feel like I'm gonna lose myself. You know what? I think I'll just stay here. That's what I see happening most of the time. But there's people who they might not have a lot of leadership people who are lenient, and they might follow a lot of people who are like really like tough, and they like that. Oh, by the way, I was at Comic-Con, bumped into Gary Vee.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, he was just right there. I was like, what the
Did you take a picture?
I took a picture of him, but I didn't take a picture with him because he was talking to somebody. Yeah. I was like, it was just so random, and it was
Did you
wild.
say anything to him or no?
No, I didn't. He was like really like locked in talking to this young cat, and his mom was there, I think, just telling him like, staying focused in his career, like pretty much what you would see him do with other people, like kind of motivate them, whatnot. He was doing on a personal note, so I didn't want to interrupt that. But I did, like, he was literally, like, right here.
I was, like, wondering if you went to Comic-Con because you didn't post anything.
I didn't post anything yet.
I was like, well, no, like...
I posted on my story.
You did? I didn't see it.
But I didn't post... I have pictures. I have a lot of pictures. I savored those pictures because tomorrow, I'm going to be editing that episode.
Was it good?
Yeah, for Comic-Con.
I'm saying Comic-Con good?
Nah, it was oversaturated. I made it good for me. I took a few pictures. I had one interview with Nicolene Evans.
The author?
The author.
Okay,
yep.
the one you usually work
with. I had
right?
Kevin hold the camera for me, and I was like, oh, thank God, because it has autofocus. Beautiful job. I was like, thank you, Kevin. Shout out to you. Did that one interview, and that was it. Typically, I used to go with a group called Comic Chatter, and we would interview so many, and it was so much more space, but we interviewed so many cosplayers. Those videos, maybe like one or two surface. I've been doing it since 2015.
Wow.
And we did a whole bunch, and none of them went anywhere. I said, are you kidding me? So now I said I'm going to just do it for myself, but it's tough when I go for myself because I want to be able to record other people. So I said, at least me just get one, and I'll post it on my YouTube channel.
It makes sense, right? Like you said, you just have other people help you record for you.
Right.
What do you feel now, back to like kind of like the balance of stuff? Do you feel like yourself, do you feel like you've done a pretty good job? And I think we've kind of touched this like a year or two ago, maybe. But like, do you feel now, like do you feel like you're starting to get better at balancing all those different things? Do you even pay attention to that or nah?
I think it's way better than it was when I started. When I started technically a business, it was in 2013 doing photography. And then I started to learn how to get more clients. I learned how to interact with people, network, and I still was figuring out how to cultivate a team. Now I have a better understanding because I wasn't properly distributing my money where it needed to go. Now that I understand where it needs to go, now I could start to pay out appropriately. Now I can start allocating towards savings, start investing here, because typically it would be money in, money to gear, money in, maybe to some gear, and then some. Instead of just it was always like you don't have to touch it. Like it was always just me spending the money. Like just don't, like you don't have to not touch it, but like it's not really important to touch it. Or I got some money, let me go out on a date, and you taking money from the business. I'm stealing from myself. That was the issue. And then I stopped. I said, no more. So I make my money doing another job, and then anything I do with the business, that stays exactly how it needs to stay. So it's like you have to learn how to control your urges, your desires. Yes, the money's there, but it's not your money. And once you start to reframe your thinking in terms of saving, it makes it easier. And then time management, I've learned how to just get it done efficiently by planning ahead and then also outlining how it needs to be edited. So there was days prior to me doing that change where I was 5 days go by and I didn't even look through a picture. What were you doing for those 5 days? You could have done it like the next day. So I learned how to kind of just, instead of making it waiting to the last minute and then causing massive anxiety for the final week that it needs to be due, I started to break it down as time goes by, where I would maybe pick like 20 top pictures or 5 pictures, and then I would send it to the client that's already edited, and then I use some of those pictures for the magazine, so that's less editing that I have to do.
You've been pretty good job, at least like the last few years that we've been really locked in. Yo, I'm gonna kill that bug. Wherever the bug is, he's right there on your mic stand. Get him. He's on the wire.
He's on the wire. Which one? This one?
You see him? On the right side on the wire. For the people just listening, sorry about that. We had a,
Yeah, I hope I slapped the mess out of it. I felt something.
He's bugging out because of all the lights. I think he's been hiding over there by that one light over there. But then now he's got all the lights, so he's like,
he don't know what to do.
He's like bugging out right now. But
Slap the shit out of that bug.
I feel like you've been pretty good at like you have your whole calendar, and you've been always really good at that, and like scheduling things, and like you're always like, let me make sure I get my like free time and my me time and this and that. So you've always been really good on that aspect.
Yeah, that was a mess. It was a mess.
No, well, 2 questions. Kind of what made you good with that, do you feel, in life? Do you feel like you were always good with that? Then the second thing is, recently what I've noticed for you, that you made a nice addition to your lifestyle. And it's impressive, right? So I'm proud of you for doing this. But you added in the gym too. And kind of like how y'all were talking about in that episode, but now you added that in, and you added it in a good amount. At least from what it looks like on the gram, you go pretty often.
I do.
Only you know.
Right.
right? How often you go. But now for you, like, how was that? Because you weren't going at all.
No.
Like, that was a brand new habit for you to add in, and a brand new kind of focus too, because I don't really think you were really focusing too, like you were cognizant of your health, but you were always still pretty healthy, but like that was a pretty big change for you.
To the first question, my issue was not, I was working to like, how people work out to failure. I was working to failure. Like I would literally just work to edit, and it'll be 3 or 4 in the morning. I'm not gonna have any stellar edits at 3 or 4 in the morning. It just never was going to happen. So I had to create a cutoff time, 9 o'clock, you're done. And then I said, let me allocate Sundays. No work on Sundays, which was extremely hard for like the first 2 months. Because if I was backed up, well, you better go on Monday because we're closed. And then that's it. And I need to reset my mind, even if it was for a day. It just needed to be reset so I could socialize with clients or socialize with friends and just be myself, because I was just so lost and I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to do this. I was like, what about me? So that was the change that I had to do, which has definitely helped in my mental space. For in terms of the gym, I had gone through a breakup, and I said, you know what? I gotta change everything. I said, I gotta go to the gym, because I felt like, and those two things, not only just a breakup, but like going to the gym just helps you have a happier state of mind, right? And there was a lot of frustration and anger. So I said, let me transfer that anger and energy in the gym and just exhaust myself. And I was doing that for a couple of months, and then I was just hitting it heavy at the gym, and then I was following.
Hold on, I'm gonna stop you right there, and I'm gonna ask you a very real question, because this is real shit that people don't want to either ask themselves, admit, or anything. And if not, it's okay. But like when people do that, right after the breakup, they start the gym, and it's great.
Right.
For you, was a chunk of it like, yo, I'm single now, I'm gonna try to look good out here? And if it wasn't, okay, if whatever. But I just want to say, me personally, I always hear stuff like that of like, oh, you know, there was a breakup and then I started finally making money again. Right. Or I think that's okay. A lot of people out there, especially on the internet, will be like, oh no, that's not good. You should just do it for you.
Right.
I'm one to say, no. Whatever motivation you can get, do that shit. For you, was it any of that or no?
Me, honestly, it was, I just wanted to, if I'm going to do this, it's for you. It's like for me. Like that was it. Like go to the gym because you want longevity. Like that's just it. And plus people around me motivated me. Like one of my close friends, his name is Dennis. He has a family. He's in his 40s. He works out. He's in the best shape of his life. I said, what do I have to do to get to that? He said, start today. Start today.
Dennis is the man.
Yeah, go to the gym. You could go 4 days a week, get started. But he's like, this is what I do. And then that got me started doing the motivational, like the fitness journey and whatnot. And that inspired me to really like, yo, I need to document this. So what I did for myself, accountability, that's why you see me posting day 1, day 2. It wasn't for anyone else but for myself. And it was just to let the world know, like, yep, I did it. So now the numbers are going up, and the more the numbers going up, I start to see a change in my body. I start to feel better, and then my mind I wasn't as angry anymore, and because I was putting so much attention, and it was depressing. So then I redirected the energy, go to the gym, worked out, and then that wasn't that bad. You know what I'm saying? Just sometimes I just had a lot of anxiety that I just had to run out of my system.
Yeah.
And then I have like a journaling. I journal like thoughts and whatnot. So I balance out gym and like journaling thoughts just so I can level out. Yeah.
I like it. Yeah, proud of you, man.
Thank you.
I noticed that shit. You know what I'm saying? I notice all the little things, that people do in their routines. I notice that shit. I'm very big on because our routine really is what matters. Our routine is what makes us better as humans.
Right. You
know what I'm saying? I think that like our personal growth. So when you see people staying like stagnant in routines, and I don't even just mean physical routines, like, okay, I went to the gym. No, I mean like routine is, did you improve on being a better son? Did you improve on being a better father or whatever? You know what I mean? Like right. That's part of your routine as well. Even if something you do already, are you doing better with that? For me, it's like what I've noticed, it's been helping me do a little bit better. And probably like what you were saying too, just kind of like focusing on like more longevity or just like the fine print. That's kind of what I'm really thinking about with me. The fine fucking print, right? I've been trying to work on a lot of that. And what I've noticed is kind of like what you said, like how like you set like a time.
Right.
Of like, 9 p.m., right? For me, I've done a little bit of that because now my whole like sleep schedule changed. But more importantly, because I've been able to grow the business, now I'm even before that, I've been like trying to delegate as much as possible. And I've been learning to do that. I've been really just trying to get better and better with that. Even shit that like I know I could do, or maybe I could even do better, or I have the time. Like I used to just do shit, like you said, until either I'm just falling asleep or I'll just pack the schedule. I'd put like 5 things on a day.
Right.
Now I'm really trying to do as least as possible. And I say that so I could end up doing more, and I could do other things that are maybe, more important. I try to prioritize now.
Getting past the grunt work and start doing something that can allow your business to scale.
Yeah, and also maybe not even just in business too, just in like life. Like if like, my day, like normally if I'd have like this, like I started the TRT, I was telling Javi before, like if I had an appointment at 12 for that, but then I realized, I got to do some work shit that day. I normally would have just rescheduled the appointment, made it another day, something like that,
Right.
But now I'm like, nah, you know what? Let me just put something in place of that.
Right.
Let me just try to delegate that. Let me try to just find help, ask for help. That's a big thing. You know what I mean? Trying to like actually learn how to ask for help, because that shit is hard.
Right.
So I've tried to do better with that, of like literally just straight up asking. I was horrible at that when I was younger, and even just up until a few years ago. So now it's like I try to say, and I try not to feel bad now about if I can't. You know what I mean? Like if there's an event or something, like, bro, no, I'm sorry. I'm not going to go. Like if I have to do something else, or if my mental health isn't there, or if I'm upset, if I'm just, like I used to just do it anyway. Just pack on either too many things or just things that were just going to make me not keep balance,
Right.
So now I've had to flex my no muscle, and just start saying no to certain things and, delegating certain things. And it's hard. It's like, it sounds like, as I say it sounds like it's like simple shit, especially in my head. I'm like, that's just simple, Joe. It's like simple shit you should just be able to do. But it's like, no, for some people it's really hard. Some people it's really hard to say no. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like you end up doing this, you end up doing that, and it's like,
because no is so aggressive. I feel like they should come up with another word that's like a softer version of no. Like I never really say no. I said nah. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or if I say yes, I'll be like, yeah.
Like I don't like going through that middle process of shit. Like, even for example, there was something today, which we'll talk about probably after. I don't want to mention too much on the podcast, but there was like a situation that happened, a real quick little situation. And I'm like, actually, fuck it. You know what? I'll just say it. They never listen to this shit. Yo.
The time that they don't, they do.
Yo, someone was like, okay, I'm probably in the wrong by this. Someone like gave a couple products of theirs for me to make content with 2 years ago. 2 years ago, here you can make content with. Then they actually grabbed something of mine, and they held on to that. And I haven't heard from that thing, but I don't care. Whatever. It's like $80. Keep it. But now the products I got like 2 years ago was like a couple things. They were like, oh yeah, take some pictures and stuff, do some content. Did that. I did it actually probably, I think, even on the house. Now 2 years later, they're asking for the products because they got one order finally in 2 years, and they want to use it to sell it. And I'm like, yo, like, I don't know what the fuck that shit is. How many times this house has been turned inside out?
I had a client that was more than like at least like 3 years ago, asking if they could, if I could send them pictures from an event that they hired me for, but I've already sent them the pictures, and they said, oh,
It was this person.
they deleted it or something that happened. I said, I'm not responsible. Oh,
But this was 2 years ago.
oh my God. Yeah, I don't even speak.
Yeah. That one was when I had them, this was actually theirs.
You mean
This was
those
with you.
those things?
Yeah. This when
I saw it in there.
It was actually from this. It was this time. It was from that era, and that was December 21, and that's because that was posted a little late. Did the light just go out?
You know, I was there when you posted that one.
This was October, so it's literally 2 years ago.
Right.
2 years ago, and you're asking me for that. And that's actually mine. They have that, but it's okay. And the whole reason I even bring this up is I didn't even argue this shit. I was like, look, how much do I owe you? I'll fucking pay you for them. And the reason why I even bring that up is because it's like, yo, again, just flexing that no muscle, or just like removing certain things that will like cause you to unbalance.
So instead of you stressing out, you're like, you know what? I'm not gonna even go through all that. How much is it? Let me just give you it. Because I'm not even going through it. You know what? That happened to me.
It did? Something like that?
Yeah, finish, so I'll tell you.
Nah, but real quick, just to end it, like that's, because that's your balance of your energy. People don't even realize that too. When I talk about all these different things, your energy should be balanced as well too. That would throw my mood off. Like, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to now ransack that room? Am I supposed to ransack?
2 years.
Yeah, and I'm supposed to, and I'm really going to stop my life and everything that I have going on. I have a business that I have going on now. I have this, I have that. I'm supposed to stop that for something from 2 years ago that you should have handled way differently, right? Normally, a lot of people that would have thrown someone's whole energy off. They would have been stressed out about that. They probably would have been talking shit. I was clear as day. I said, this is probably the most I'm talking about right now in the pod. But I was like, real quick, like, yo, what's your cash out? How much do I owe you? Like, bro, like, what are we doing? You're not gonna throw my energy off. Or you're even, and not them specifically, like in life, we just let things that throw our energy off so much, and then we get unbalanced, right? Like we just start getting, and we get unbalanced, and then it's like we got to check ourselves. Like, what can you do in that moment?
I feel like that's like the Jerry Seinfeld, like when the older you get, the less fucks you give.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel like, for me, it's not that I don't care. It's just like things that I gave attention to, I no longer do that. Like I said, if it's just like challenging my peace, right? So I had gone to a party, that one went off. I had gone to a party, and it was like an event. It was an event for someone else, right? To enjoy their festivities. And someone that I don't talk to anymore came up to me and said, "Hey, you mind if we go outside and talk?" I was like, nah, man.
Wait, was that recently at Comic-Con?
That was no. This is more recent.
Oh, because
I'll tell you today.
Because there was someone else at Comic-Con that I was like,
that's exactly.
Who?
It's exactly. Yeah, and I was just like, nah, man. But it wasn't there though. It was at the event. And I was just like, no. I said maybe another day, but today is not for that. As I'm celebrating with friends, and like this is not the time, and that was it. And typically I would never
at the blank reveal.
Yes.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, I wasn't
having
I was
there for that.
Yeah, I wish you were there too, man. I just wasn't having it, man. Like I just you're at that point where it kind of felt like you're with a new person, and then your ex shows up, and then they're like, "Hey, I think we should get some coffee." You're like, nah, man. I'm actually happy now with somebody. Yeah, that's like what it kind of felt like in that moment, where it's just like, but except my quote unquote girlfriend is my peace of mind.
You gotta pay attention to those things.
You gotta pay attention. You gotta treat your peace of mind as if it's like someone that you plan on marrying. Like you're already married to this entity within yourself, which is the peace. Take out your peace every now and then. Go on a date with yourself.
Go on a date with your peace.
Go on a date with your peace. What does your peace like to do that keeps y'all chill? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes that's how I kind of focus my state of mind, where I like going to the movies. I like going to events. I like going through like things that have like virtual experiences. That's the thing that keep me chill. But if it's something that like, I'm not trying to have the same conversation, and then it comes back to being about them. I was like, nah, fam. I played that game so many times that I'm not playing that game no more. So sometimes I definitely understand when you're just like, you know what?
Nope, pay.
Nope, pay, or nope, another time.
Block.
You have to schedule that.
I'm gonna call somebody real quick. Let's see if they can hear me. Yo. Hold on. What's up, sir?
What you got going on?
Happy birthday, man.
Thank you very much.
Happy birthday, Chris.
There they are, live and direct. Zain in the building.
Zain. Where you at? You should be turning up.
I just got home, bro. I'm fucking beat. I should be turning up.
It's all good, real. Man. We getting old, yo.
This weekend.
The turn up now is in the crib, right?
Yeah, the turn up. Club pillow.
Hell yeah.
So what's up, man? How was your birthday?
Nah, it was good, man. Chilled with the family. Kept it kept it, calm, cool, collective. Then this weekend we go out.
Oh, word. Oh, shit. And
You already know we out here.
The brand new episode of the Crispy Podcast, Keep It Crispy Podcast, is out
That's
now.
right.
Word.
That's right.
How can I get on that show?
You gotta get Zain in the building, man. Zain, you be shooting all the...
Yeah, I know. I'm shooting all these talented individuals. I might not be the best person talking about sports, but I want to share my knowledge, my
different aspects of it.
Right.
maybe we do like a bonus episode or something like that.
The
creatives.
Hell yeah.
Word, bro. So we were talking about like balancing life, just balancing everything. Do you feel like you've gotten better recently at trying to balance the things in your life? Because you got your business, you got your son, this, that. You've been trying to get the wheatgrass on, get your health right.
Yeah, I think it's very important to balance everything, and what helped me, or what is helping me now balance everything is basically, making sure that we stick to a schedule. I think we should all have some sort of schedule so that we could follow. And anytime we deter or forget to do something, we have the schedule, whether it's written down or we know exactly what to do, and we have to like follow it rigorously.
Word. Let's go, man. Yo, if you want to hear more gems by Crispy, check out his most recent episode. It's called Free Game with Crispy.
Let's get it.
Out now. Let them know.
Fired up.
Therapy without a degree. We in the building.
Yes, sir.
Zain, as always, let's go.
Let's go.
We'll talk to you later, sir. Be safe out there.
All right.
Peace. Let's go. I like that, man. I haven't really FaceTimed.
Yeah, man. We used to have some
anyone in here in a while.
Interesting callers.
Yeah, we're gonna start to get that set up a little bit better soon. So.
I think it's better because of this. We didn't have the technology we have today.
Exactly. Now
we could
with
call
the FaceTime. Yeah. I could like do that. They could see it. Pretty interesting over here.
You could record that too?
If I wanted to, I probably.
I mean, you could OBS it if you wanted to.
Yeah.
I mean, we could test it out.
Actually, there's a big interview coming up probably that we might have got virtual. Actually,
virtual.
Yeah.
We got Dusty Detroit. You
not
got
that,
him.
Not that one, right? Nah, take a look back there by the knives over there.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
We got my man.
Don't say nothing.
I'm not gonna say nothing.
I'm
excited. I know you're excited.
I'm hype. I'm like, yeah.
He's like, I'm not sweating now, but I'm sweating. I'm not sweating now. So I'm not glistening. I'm not sweating under pressure. The beads are forming.
Bro, I'm like,
he's like,
on a 100% scale, I'm like,
I'm gonna have another I'm gonna bring my camera just to focus on you.
We gotta figure out how we're gonna
get the close up. No, we got this.
90%. I'm 90% that I got it.
It doesn't even matter how long. It doesn't even matter how long. As long as
bro,
we got
I'm 90% sure that I got it, bro. Which is really cool. So, but other than that, man, we gotta roll. We gotta get out of here. This was fun. This was cool. Zain, what you got? What you shouting out for this week? Anything?
Let's see. This week, I'm gonna shout out my mom. I'm gonna shout her out for being a teacher and helping students like really believe in themselves, and because she has a lot of high hopes for her students. Not that I don't, but like I just feel like she's been teaching for so many years, and usually people kind of get jaded, but she still remained hopeful for every new classman that she gets every year. And I feel like she deserves a shout out. So great work, Mom, for really pushing forward and teaching these students that, that they can be successful in life.
That's fire, man. Yeah, I love your mom. Why am I gunshots? Fucking on delay. Damn Wi-Fi.
Oh,
but nah, man. Yeah, shout out to your mom. We gotta get your mom on a podcast.
Yeah, we should. Actually, I did a mini podcast with her like once upon a time. Like I was just testing audio, so I called her, and then her audio went through the device, and she was literally in the room. I just had like a conversation with her. I have it somewhere.
Yeah, once we get in there ready for like, because guest is tough in here. So I'm like, once we get that really nice, I'm gonna perfect that. That's my mission now, to start doing that this winter.
Right.
And we'll start having some nice episodes with some guests.
Oh, that's gonna be perfect.
It'll be good shit. So what I got, man, I'm gonna shout out, individuals as well, not just one individual. I'm gonna shout out a few. I'm not even do no particulars too, because it's a lot of y'all. Shout out to my close friends, people that I'm like talking to on a daily basis, that because lately over the last few months, and I've been very like venting. And when I say that, it's not because I'm stressed or anything like that. It's not even like that I'm upset or anything. It's just I've been needing just to express myself. And I feel like for a long time, being that quote unquote strong friend and stuff, you bottle up a lot of things, you hold things back. And sometimes and again, I want to stress the fact that sometimes it's not always just stress. Right? So when someone says that, like venting, it's not like, oh, you're stressed about something or you're upset about something, things like that. No, it's sometimes you just need to let it out.
Right.
Like just anything. Like if you're happy about something, like it's real funny too. When you ever notice sometimes too, there's a lot of people that say this. I see this go around the internet for a while. That when something good happens, you don't even know who to vent to.
Yeah, it's tough. That hits hard when the moment happens.
Like there's certain things that happen in life, and you're like, damn, how are they going to take that?
How do you share that excitement?
Are they going to be jealous? Are they going to feel away? Stuff like that. So thank God, I have the community of people that, I trust in that are genuine, on just all levels of that, just being able to have those people. Like I'm super, super grateful. And I thank y'all for taking the time to even listen. Like even if it's a few calls here and there, and it's like, like that's, I super, super appreciate that shit. Like people don't understand, just to have that person to just even like kick back ideas with. Because one of the biggest reasons, literally I started this podcast years ago was just because sometimes you just need perspective. Sometimes you just need another person's input. Sometimes you just need that other person's, nah, you're bugging or you're right or this, it may be this way, that help you get creative and try different things and go different routes. Like I think that's super, super important. Like I never think you should just go to one person. I never think you should just go to a guru. I think you should go to all different people. And I think you should hear different perspectives from different people. A lot of people just want to go to one person. Like, oh, I should call my mom. What does mom have to say? When your mom's not here no more, who are you going to go to? Like practice that. Practice being vulnerable with other people. And if you're not okay with being vulnerable with your circle, then it means you probably got to change your circle.
Like it's one of those buttons, right?
He's like, that was a gunshot.
That was one of those.
No,
moments.
like seriously, like it's okay to be vulnerable. Like what you're, because then some people will be like,
so they'll fight it. They'll say
some
they don't want to be. They see it being vulnerable as weak. So
yeah, nah, bro, it's okay. I come in here and tell y'all all the time, this like it's okay to do that. And I think sometimes we look at, because we're so normalized to thinking being vulnerable is weak, that when we hear someone was like, oh, you were venting to somebody for a while, they almost will look at it like you're weak. But it's not. That's powerful.
Right.
That's powerful that you were able to do that because you trusted that person. Or you just literally wanted to hear, again, their perspective. So you valued them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I think it's super important, and never feel bad about that. And that's why we always remind people too on this show, we're always here for anyone that ever needs someone to talk to, someone to listen, just someone to kick it with, just to have basic conversation. Because sometimes too, just as a human too, you need to kick back these things, good, bad, ugly, in between, all that type of stuff. Like you just need that positive interaction, right? You need to be able to kick and flow these different things. So that's all I got. That's my TED Talk.
TED Talk. I appreciate it, man.
No problem. Other than that, we out here. Deuces.